Back everyone. I went ahead and did a battery comparison test between the iPhone 13 Pro Max and the 12 Pro Max. Now this is nothing super crazy. I'm not trying to break records or anything. This was a quick little one. And what I did was I pretty much just, I just let them turn on and, did some things here and there, some light tasks here and there until they pretty much died and see which one was at what percentage at the increments that I tested. Now, here's the thing. Both these phones, whatever I did on one iPhone, I did this exact same thing on the other. And the other thing to keep in mind is that the screens were on whenever I turned the screens on. They were on max brightness as well. So they weren't even on different brightnesses. All the apps were clear on the background until I opened up apps. And that's pretty much the main synopsis. Now, 1 hour into the test, which was literally just having the screen on fully and just letting them sit there, an hour into that, the iPhone 13 Pro Max was at 96%. And the iPhone 12 was at 89%. So the 12 Pro Max was at 89%. So that was already a pretty big difference. And they're both at 100% battery health as well. So that's another thing to keep in mind. This is a brand new 12 Pro Max. This is a brand new iPhone 13 Pro Max as well. The main thing to keep in mind is they're both on iOS 15. So that is going to take a toll on the 12 Pro Max. Now, an hour after that, it was literally just another hour of screen on time. So no apps, no nothing like that. So 2 hours into the test, the iPhone 13 Pro Max was at 87% battery life, where the iPhone 12 Pro Max was at 76% battery life. So there's already quite a bit of difference between these two iPhones. I mean, at that point, I was already seeing some major differences. Then what I did at that point was I loaded up Temple Run 2. So Temple Run 2 is not a crazy big intensive game. It's literally just an endless runner. I think you guys already know this. So I literally just turned this game on and I let it play for an hour. So from 2 hours to 3 hours, I was just playing that game. So 3 hours into the test, the iPhone 13 Pro Max was at 77% battery life. The iPhone 12 was at 64% battery life. So that was another interesting thing that happened. I pretty much saw the same degradation, whether the iPhone battery was, on Temple Run 2 or not. Then I did another hour of Temple Run, and the iPhone 13 Pro Max was at 68%, and the iPhone 12 was at 50%. So already seeing, 50% there, and 18% difference 4 hours in. So that's a pretty crazy thing between these two phones. Now, what I did after was I wanted to do a standby test to pretty much see which one would, lose the battery life the fastest. So for 9 hours, I literally just left the phones as they are with the screens off on standby mode. So there were no apps in the background, nothing like that. So from 4 hours to 13 hours, so 9 hours in between, the iPhone 13 Pro Max actually lost 7% battery life. So it went from 68% to 61%. The iPhone 12 Pro Max lost 8% battery life. So you still actually technically lost more battery life from the 12 Pro Max than the 13 Pro Max, even on standby mode, and that was on 42%. Now, finally, for 3 hours in between that, so from 13 hours to 16 hours, I literally tried different apps. I opened up different applications, different things like that, did Temple Run again. And at that moment, 16 hours into the test, the iPhone 13 Pro Max was at 32% battery life, where the iPhone 12 Pro Max was at 5% battery life. So ultimately, the 13 Pro Max definitely from my test has much better battery life than the 12 Pro Max. Now, some key things to take away, the 13 Pro Max definitely has the bigger size battery. It's a much better phone and everything, but also the 12 Pro Max also was on iOS 15. Now, I do want to think that the iOS 15 update kind of took a toll on the battery life on all these iPhones. The 13 Pro Max was kind of tuned for iOS 15, so we'll kind of see what happens. Also, this phone had a ProMotion display too, so a lot of apps are not taking use of that ProMotion display. Once they do, there's probably going to be a bigger toll on those battery life, even with 3D games and all that stuff. So that pretty much covers it so far. Pretty big difference. If you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.